Good afternoon and welcome to our alternative audio coverage of Spain against Costa Rica in this second Group E match. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and you are listening to the Commentary Hub. If Germany against Japan, if the match between Germany and Japan was anything to go by, it expects the unexpected, and something like this could happen between the two teams of Japan of Spain against Costa Rica, as I should say, for the team. For both Spain against Costa Rica, I'd say it is a game of youth versus experience. Spain's lineup consists of mainly young players, and as for Costa Rica, there is a mixture of experience, plus the occasional young player. And the oldest of the squad is 35 years old. About 6 of the current squad did actually play in Costa Rica's incredible run in the 2014 World Cup, where they reached the quarterfinals, and also topped the group. That included England, Italy, and Uruguay, 3 former world champions. Sadly they would lose 4-3 to the to the Netherlands on penalties. Before we go, the teams will likely be ready to come out for the national anthem. So let's just rattle through the lineups quickly. Starting with Spain, in goal is number 1, Unai Simon. Number 2, Cesar Azpilicueta. Number 5, the captain, Sergio Busquets. Number 18, Jordi Alba. Number 24, Aymeric Laporte. Number 9, Gavi. Number 16, Rodri. Number 26, Pedri Gonzalez. Number 10, Marco Asensio. Number 11, Ferran Torres. And number 21, Dani Olmo. For Costa Rica, in goal is number 1, Keylor Navas, the captain. Number 4, Keisha Fuller. Number 6, Oscar Duarte. Number 8, Brian Oviedo. Number 15, Francisco Calvo. Number 16, Carlos Martinez. Number 5, Kelso Borges. Number 9, Juison Benete. Number 12, Joel Campbell. Number 17, Yeltsin Tejeda. And number 7, Anthony Contreras. The players are now at the foot of the tunnel, getting ready to come out, and starting with the captains will be getting ready to bring themselves out onto the center of the field. Keylor Navas. This will be his 108th. This will be his 108th appearance as a Costa Rica international player, and as I talk to you now, the teams are being led out by the match officials onto the center of the pitch, and the game is taking place at the Al Tumama Stadium in Doha. And out come the teams onto the field, and a few words between both managers, I would think, so we can now get ready to pause for the national anthems, as is customary, of course, before each international fixture. Start with, and we'll likely start with the national of Spain. لعزف النشيد الوطني لأسبانيا.
And now, please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of Costa Rica.
والآن يرجى الاستمرار بالوقوف في حال القدرة لعزف النشيد الوطني لكوستا ريكا.
And those were the national anthems of both Spain and Costa Rica. And I have to say, the Costa Rica national anthem was a bit longer than I thought it would be. But anyway, let's go. But anyway, let's crack on with the game. Spain are on a roll, having won their group in the Nations League to qualify for the finals, and they have only lost one out of their last 11 matches. Ever since they won the World Cup, in 2010, they have been somewhat disappointing in recent editions. So they will be looking to re-establish themselves as one of the European favourites, and will no doubt be hoping to avoid a similar first round defeat as Germany did in their earlier game against Japan. Brilliant commentary by Paul James, by the way. Luis Enrique's selection to include 20 out of to have 20 of his 26 players start the tournament first time is a decision that is somewhat controversial. So both sets of players both sets of captains, I should say, are shaking hands and wishing everyone good luck. Spain are wearing a red shirts with the sort of blue stripes and the yellow numbers at the back. Costa Rica are likely all in white formations now. Spain are in a 4-3-3 formation with Simon in goal, Alba, Laporte, Rodrigo, Rodri and Azpilicueta at the back four, Pedri, Busquets, and Gavi in midfield, and the forward three of Olmo, Torres, and Asensio. Interestingly, this is a forward three that where none have scored internationally before. For Costa Rica, they're in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Navas in goal, Oviedo, Duarte, Calvo, and Fuller at the back. Then Burgues and Tejeda midfield. Further forward, you have Benete, Campbell, and Martinez, with Contreras, the lone striker. I think what I should have mentioned earlier was that the forward three aren't really haven't really been strikers at World Cup level before. But we shall have to see. But we shall have to see how they go. Luis Fernandez Suarez, very experienced manager. He's managed the likes of Ecuador and Honduras in the World Cup, so this will be his third stint as manager. And the Honduras players take the knee take the knee in the stand against racism. As we prepare for kickoff, we'll have match officials very short. We'll announce the match officials very shortly. Spain are standing up. They're playing in red and yellow with the yellow numbers at the back, all red. Costa Rica are all in white. Mohamed Abdullah Hassan Mohamed is our referee, and away we go then for the opening match. For the second match in Group F between Spain and Costa Rica. Throw in early on to Spain, and that has been passed down to Sergio Busquets, I think it is, or is it? No, it isn't. And the ball has now gone to Jordi Alba. Alba to Dani Olmo. Now back towards Alba. Now the ball is with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte passing up to, I think that might have been Rodri. Yes, I can confirm it is Rodri. Now it's back to Laporte. Laporte to I think that Laporte to Dani Olmo. I think it was. Now it's gone back to Jordi Alba. Spain in control of the ball early on. I should also quickly mention that on VAR is Qatar's Abdullah Al Mari, and Spain still have control of the ball with Alba passing to I think that might have been to Alba. I think that might have been to Pedri Gonzalez. Yes, indeed, it was Gonzalez. Now Spain are playing up front. Spain looking to get a goal early on, but that attempt cut out by Brian Oviedo for Costa Rica. So already 90 seconds in. It's still Spain 0, Croatia 0. I think that might have been a slight touch on the foot there by Oviedo, and it's given a corner to Spain. And La Rojas will want to make this one count as Olmo sends the ball in, but deflected away by Costa Rica, and the ball's now being passed back to Unai Simon. Simon now passing the ball out to what looks to be Rodri. Rodri passing back down to Jordi Alba, and Alba passing slightly towards Gonzalez. Now it's back. Now the ball is back with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte with the ball for Spain, although Costa Rica are charging him down, and that was almost a tackle by Jewison Benete, who plays for Sunderland in the Championship, and straight away Costa Rica players has gone down, but the referee is saying play on, and Spain tried to get to the ball, but well tackled that time by Francisco Calvo, one of the Costa Rica midfielders. Already Spain appear to have the more possession. Alba passing to Ferran Torres. Now back towards Alba. Alba has now managed to pass to what looked to be Asensio, almost toppled over, but did well to stand up. and but not so for Joel Campbell. And I think Campbell was fouled by Laporte. Indeed, he was. Will this be a free kick to Costa Rica? We shall see. Luis Enrique directing operations from the touchline. And yes, indeed, it is a penalty to Costa Rica. But free kick, I should say, to Costa Rica. But Keisha Fuller just couldn't get to the ball. Already now Spain. Spain still in play with the ball. It's still with Laporte. Laporte passing to the number 5. What looks to be Sergio Busquets, the captain. Busquets does a through ball to Ferran Torres. Torres scored 4 in the qualifying match, and he was under pressure from Carlos Martinez, but he did well to cross it forward to his teammates, and that was a near miss by Dani Olmo. Olmo received the ball but he just couldn't fight. But he was just unlucky not to get it past. He was unlucky not to get it through the goalkeeper and into the net. I have a feel, and Spain need to shake this off very quickly if they are to get themselves in front. But Costa Rica still look dangerous. Remember that Costa Rica still look dangerous. They had to qualify for the World Cup the hard way, only missing out in their qualifying campaign to the USA on goal difference. They had to beat New Zealand in the Intercontinental Playoff final in order to progress to where they are now. And Costa Rica defended that one. And Costa Rica defended that Spain attack really well. Carlos Martinez did really well to halt Olmo's attempt, and it's in fact a throw-in to Costa Rica taken by Martinez, and that was a collision between Busquets and Campbell. But Spain have taken the ball back through Pedri Gonzalez, and Gonzalez passing the ball around now. The ball is now with Rodri. Yes, indeed, it was Rodri. Now it's back with Laporte. Laporte now to Jordi Alba, and he manages to pass it the wing to Busquets. Busquets crossing the ball to what looks to be Ferran Torres, but the ball just went over the line of fraction, and it's resulting in a throw-in. Torres was unlucky not to get the ball, not to keep the ball in, and will have to suffer the consequences for it. Costa Rica take the throw, and the ball, but Spain are quick to tackle it back. It's now with Fernandez. Fernandez looking to find someone to get it to forward, but couldn't, and it's now gone back towards Jordi Alba. Alba passing to Fernandez, and across forward by Fernandez to Alba. Now it's back with Olmo, but his shot was deflected and saved by Navas. The ball is now back with Spain through Fernandez, and now it's gone to Laporte. Laporte passes once again to Alba, and Alba now finds Dani Olmo. Olmo passing the ball around to what looks to be Olmo again. Now it's with Laporte. Laporte to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta with the ball for Spain. And the ball has now been passed around to Laporte. I think that was also by Rodri as well. Laporte crossing to Dani Olmo, but Costa Rica were able to defend that one very well. So throw into Spain to be taken by Ferran Torres, I think, or was it? No, it wasn't. It was Alba. Alba crossing the ball to Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta has found Ferran Torres. Now he passes down wing to Busquets. Now Busquets has found Fernandez. And once again, Spain come close to scoring the first of the game. It was Marco Asensio. And that was just and that's just missed the woodwork. I think it would have been goal bound had he not had he kept his balance. It looked to me as though he had actually lost his balance, and after 8.5 minutes, it still remains Spain 0, Costa Rica 0. Goal kick taken for Costa Rica by Keylor Navas, and Spain managed to at least get the ball back, or have they conceded to Costa Rica? No, they haven't. Spain have taken it back, and it's now Alba with the ball for Las Rojas towards Aymeric Laporte. Now it's with Rodri. Rodri passes back down to Laporte. Now he's found Jordi Alba. Alba to Fernandez. Back towards Aymeric Laporte, and now once again with Fernandez. Fernandez passes the ball now to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta now towards Torres, I think, but almost tackled by Benete, and this is looking very, very close between the two sides right now. So throwing quickly taken by Spain towards Ferran Torres. Now back to Azpilicueta. Now once again it's with Ferran Torres, but he has to pass down. The field. Spain are playing from right to left, and Costa Rica from left to right. Alba to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte now passing the ball around to Alba. Now it's looking like Asensio trying to tackle Calvo, and I think he almost did so, but Calvo was able to hold on to the ball, and the ball is now back with Spain. It's with Almo, and headed clear by one of the Costa Rica defenders, but he's only gone and given the ball back to Spain. Sergio Busquets to Fernandez. And Fernandez now passes down the wing to Alba, who he passes to Asensio. Now it's with Fernandez back towards Busquets, who's now passed again to Jordi Alba. Alba towards Almo. Now this time the ball is with what looks to be Gavi. And Gavi sends it through. And Spain take the lead. It's the opening goal for Spain. I will confirm who the goal scorer is in a moment, but it looked to me as though it looks like it might have been Dani Olmo. I will check. I will check again on my monitor, and Spain, but Spain take the lead, and it looks like Luis Enrique's criticism of putting in mainly younger players will be unjustified. So I'm now taking a look at what happened. Asensio passed to Alba, and it went towards Gavi, and Alba actually got the final touch of the ball. So the scorer will be credited. So the opening goal will be credited to Dani Olmo, although he did get into a bit of a scuffle with Oscar Duarte, But he was able to lob it over the keeper and straight into the net. Costa Rica need to get back into this one as well, and it's actually Olmo, not Almo. It's actually Olmo, not Almo, I should say. Throwing given to Spain to be taken by Alba. Alba passing to Laporte, who in turn passes down the wing to his keeper Unai Simon. Simon passing now to Rodri. It's Rodri with the ball for Spain. Spain 79% possession of the ball. Costa Rica nearly 11%. So this match does look like it could. Be Spain's game at the present time, but it's still early doors. And Costa Rica managed to tackle the ball, well held by Jewison Benete. Benete passing to, I think, Brian Oviedo, and Oviedo has now passed to his teammates. So the ball is now picked up once this time by I think that was Carlos Martinez, but well tackled by Spain. Jordi Alba passing the ball around to Fernandez. Now it's with it was almost passed to Alba, but it was actually Asensio that had the ball, and it was it was just momentarily deflected away. Throw into Costa Rica to be taken by Martinez. Martinez was almost passed through to a Fuller, but it was deflected out, and Spain have another chance with the throw, and I think it will be Alba, and it looks like it will be Alba to take the throw. Alba throws to Sergio Busquets. Busquets to Fernandez, and Sergio Busquets, by the way, is the only one of the current squad to have played in Spain's 2010 World Cup winning squad. So he has got bags of experience. Busquets to Asensio, now back down to Rodri, or should that be Alba? Now Fernandez, Busquets goes down, but he's quickly back off in the street. Referee unsurprisingly says play on, and the ball has and Gavi has been pushed down by I think one of the Costa Rica defenders. I couldn't quite see who it was. It was Calvo that fouled him. I think he hacked his leg. For a moment. No yellow card given to Spain, but it's no yellow card given to him, I should say. But it's awarded a free kick to Spain, and it looks like it'll be Ferran, and it looks like it'll be either Pedri Fernandez or Ferran Torres to take the free kick, or will it be Dani Olmo? No, it's Dani Olmo that lines up alongside Pedri Gonzalez. It's Gonzalez, not Fernandez. So Gonzalez gets through it, and the ball signal to let him know that he's ready. And Gonzalez tries to cross it through, but well halted by Costa Rica, and Jewison Benesse had the ball, but he was rough handled to the ground by Asensio, I think it was. He's showing good ball skills. That was very unnecessary by Asensio, and it's given a free kick to Costa Rica. And I think it will be Joel Campbell to take the free kick for Costa Rica. Formerly of Arsenal, he now plays for Leon, a club in Mexico. And Costa Rica get ready, and Costa Rica will get ready to take the free kick. It looks like it's going to be a long-range free kick, and Campbell kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box, almost headed in by I think that was Calvo, but offside has been given, and we can now see what happens. And yes, Calvo was just a fraction offside when the assistant referee pictured this. And the assistant referees, by the way, are Mohamed Al-Hamadi and Hassan Al-Mari. All three main match officials are from the United Arab Emirates. Jordi Alba with the ball now for Spain, and he passes to I think that was Rodri. Yes, indeed, it was Rodri, and Rodri still holds on to the ball for Spain. Now it's with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte passing back to Rodri. Rodri passing now the ball around to Sergio Busquets. Busquets now towards Gavi. Gavi passes down the wing to what looks to be Rodri. Now the ball is with Jordi Alba, and Alba finds Dani Olmo. Olmo passes back to Alba. Now it's gone back towards Olmo, but well tackled by Costa Rica, and that was by Yeltsin to Jada, and Jada just got a touch in the leg there by Alba, and so went down to the ground, and it's given a free kick to Costa Rica. Costa Rica haven't taken advantage of their free kicks so far, and it doesn't look like they've done so this time round. Oscar Duarte kicks the ball to. I think he tried to cross to Anthony Contreras, but Spain held their lines well, and the ball is now back with Laporte. Laporte passing to Busquets. Now it's with Rodri. Rodri to Cesar Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta almost had the ball, but it was deflected away for a Costa Rica throw. And after 18 minutes, the goal, and after just over 18 minutes, it's Spain 1, Costa Rica 0. As Contreras now passing the ball around to Carlos Martinez. Carlos Martinez tries to get to Campbell, but well blocked by Spain. It's now back with Martinez. Martinez tries to pass the ball around, and it's Campbell now with the ball for Costa Rica. He needs to find a way to get it through to Costa Fuller, but he's been held back by Spain. Campbell still holds on to the ball though. Brilliant control by him. And the ball has now gone towards Costa Fuller. Now it's with Martinez. Martinez passes back towards Campbell. And a cross by Campbell. Headed away though by Spain, and it's now back with Ferran Torres, and Torres takes down both Costa Rica players, but I think he suffered the worst of it. Referee says play on. I think Torres was holding his nose, but we'll get to that later as Olmo passes the ball around now for Spain to Marcos Asensio, and I just hope that Ferran Torres isn't too badly hurt. He seems, when I last saw him, he seemed to be all right. It's Busquets to Asensio. Now it's gone back to Gonzalez. Now it's with Jordi Alba. And Alba has now found Asensio. Asensio passing now to, I think that was Busquets. Yes, indeed it was. Rodri now to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta now with the ball. And he's passed down to... what looks to be Aymeric Laporte. Laporte now towards Rodri, and now the ball is with Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to I think that's Laporte. Now once again the ball is with Rodri. Busquets crossing to Alba, and Alba needs to find someone in the air, and he does. He's found. As Marcos Asensio and Spain have made it 2-0. Spain are on a roll. Are on a roll at this game, and it looks like they could well take their place among the favourites in the European side, at least for the tournament. And that was an amazing finish. And that was an amazing finish by Asensio. Asensio crossed it. Asensio did really well to actually, let me take a look at that. It was the cross in by Alba, and Asensio just pounced at the right time. So brilliant effort by him, and Keylor Navas might have gotten the last touch of the ball, but he was too little, too late, in my view. And as a result, Spain are now 2-0 up. So Oscar Duarte now with the ball for Costa Rica. He crosses down to I think that was Joel Campbell, but Spain were quick to tackle the ball back. Spain still have control of the ball. It's now with Alba, and the ball is now being crossed around up the field to Gavi, and Gavi now has the ball for Spain towards Ferran Torres, and Torres tried to find a way through, but he was cut off by Brian Oviedo, and that was pretty extreme, and Spain have a corner by the looks of it. And that's for Marco Asensio. He plays for Real Madrid in La Liga. So he was right. So Enrique's decision to include him would have been the right one by the looks of it. Bit of a scuffle going on in the 18-yard box, and the referee's not taking this one lightly. He's just trying to make sure that everyone is in a correctly organised position as Spain get ready to take the corner. Corner kick quickly taken and once again deflected away by Costa Rica. The ball is now back with Alba, and Alba now does a sort of a back kick towards Gavi, but Gavi just can't get to the ball, and in fact it was roughly tackled by Contreras, but he's given the ball back to Asensio, and Asensio just couldn't find a way to cross it to a player inside the 18-yard box. I couldn't see who was trying to cross it to, but superb footwork by Duarte to keep it away. And after 24 minutes, it's Spain 2, Costa Rica 0. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. Alba now with the ball, and you can also hear us on the Commentary Hub too, Storm FM, JB Sports, and we're also on our Twitch channel as well. So Spain still have possession of the ball. It's with Alba to Olmo. Now it's gone back towards Alba this time to, I think that was Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Laporte. Now it's Rodri to Ferran Torres, and Torres has to hold off Brian Oviedo, which he almost does, but Costa Rica have the ball momentarily. Tackled back by Spain. The ball is now with Aymeric Laporte, and Laporte passes down the wing to Dani Olmo. Olmo passes back down to Alba. Now it's with Busquets back towards Alba. Rodri now to I think that might have been Azpilicueta. Yes, indeed it was. And Joel Campbell and Benete trying to get the ball for Costa Rica, but Spain will not concede. Benete, he's been in the thick of things throughout this game, hasn't he? And the ball is now back with Aymeric Laporte. And Laporte now passing it to Olmo and back towards Alba. Crossed in by Alba to a Rodri, and now the ball is with the ball is still with Spain. Rodri still in control of the ball. Now it's with now the ball is with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte passing down to Alba, who has found what looked to be Olmo, but kept out by Carlos Martinez. It's given Spain a throw-in though, and Luis Fernandez Suarez Suarez possibly looking very upset at the sight of his team going down 2-0 so soon. Spain still have control of the ball through Gavi, but Costa Rica have tried to take it back. Spain have now regained control, and it's with Alba who passes to Gonzalez. Now Gonzalez passing the ball around to Gavi, and Gavi has to get around the Costa Rica players, but he can only pass to Azpilicueta. Now it's with Torres passing to Gavi. Now back towards Torres, and Torres passes down the field to what looks to be Rodri. Rodri has to pass down the wing to Laporte. Costa Rica are doing their best to try and keep Spain out, but Spain are still shut. But Spain are still being persistent as Busquets passes down to Dani Olmo. It's Olmo now with the ball. He tries to get around, but he only has to pass to Jordi Alba, and Alba did really well to hold on to the ball, but he could only pass to Gonzalez. Now it's with Busquets to Rodri, and Rodri has found Gavi. Now it's with Torres, and Torres crosses towards Asensio, but kept out by Costa Rica, and the ball has gone back down to their goalkeeper Unai Simon. Apart from Benete, I think Campbell has done his bit really well for Costa Rica, as has Francisco Calvo. six of the current squad were in Costa Rica's 2014 World Cup squad. But anyway, it's now Olmo for Spain and back down to Alba. Now the ball is with Laporte. Laporte passing up the field to Dani Olmo, and Olmo has to hold off Martinez. He's doing really well at that, and he has to pass back, but he has to pass back to Alba. Now the ball is again with Olmo. Back now towards Gonzalez, and Gonzalez cut out by the Costa Rica defenders, but Spain still eager to hold on to the ball. And as the referee pointing to the spot, I think he is penalty to Spain by the looks of it. We'll have to confirm in a bit, and that looks to be Jordi Alba has gone onto the ground. He quickly back up onto his feet and that was a nasty, and that looked like a terrible collision between him and Oscar Duarte. Duarte, I think, might have stamped on his foot, or did he actually catch the back of and it is indeed a confirmed penalty. It's a penalty to Spain, and it looks and it will be Ferran Torres to take the penalty. And it will be Ferran Torres to take the penalty for Spain. So he composes himself now as Keylor Navas has to ensure that has to make sure that he keeps the ball out of the goal this time. He's not had the best of games so far. We're into the 30th minute, and the referee blows the whistle. Torres runs up, and it's 3 for Spain. Bad luck has come in threes for Costa Rica, but Ferran Torres converted that penalty beautifully for Spain. And the Spanish supporters are jumping up and down with joy. They're banging on the drums. They're singing their hearts out. What a finish by Ferran Torres. Beautiful conversion, and in his first World Cup as well. The 22-year-old who plays at Barcelona. What a way to make his debut. And Costa Rica are very much on the back foot now. People were wondering whether experience would triumph over youth, but so far it seems to be the other way round at the moment. And Costa Rica need to take advantage of this throw-in. It's Fuller towards Campbell. Campbell tries to get onto the ball, but he's blocked by Dani Olmo. Costa Rica have the ball back though. It looked like Anthony Contreras. Contreras tried to pass to, I think that might have been Jewison Benete, but that was quickly dealt with by Simon. Throw into Costa Rica, and the ball is now with Francisco Calvo. Cross forward by Calvo to Joel Campbell, and Campbell cut out by Dani Olmo. I'm not sure. I couldn't quite make, as I said earlier, I couldn't quite make out if it was a penalty or not. So I shall say nothing further. That was the touch between Olmo and Campbell earlier on, and it's given a free kick to Costa Rica. And Luis Fernandez Suarez's side need to get themselves back into this game as quickly as possible, and it will be Kelso Borges to take the free kick for Los Ticos, and Los Ticos now have the ball in the 18-yard box with Joel Campbell, but cut out well by Spain, and I think Costa Rica have been ruled offside. I think, and yes, indeed, I can just see that Campbell clearly ahead of the last defenders by at least an arm's length. So clearly, so definitely offside. That was the right decision in my view. And even better, we have had no VAR so far in this game, and we can only hope that it continues to stay that way. As Laporte. Laporte now has the ball for Spain. He passes to Alba. Alba passing back to Laporte. Laporte passing to Busquets. And the way things are going, if Spain win this game, they will likely top their group ahead of Japan. And the ball is now with Rodri passing back down to Laporte. Now it's back with Alba, and Alba crossing to Dani Olmo. Olmo with the ball for Spain. Surely Spain were on the verge of making it 4, but Carlos Martinez was able to stop that one really effectively. So this was the setup. It was Alba to Olmo, but it's only conceded a goal kick to Costa Rica, which was quickly taken by Navas, and the ball is out of play for another throw. And I was expecting Costa Rica to be a bit more stronger than this. But it looks as though Spain have well and truly overpowered them. Costa Rica have to be more attacking and not let Spain intimidate them too much. And Unai Simon now picks up the ball again for Spain. Now it's gone. Now he passes it back to Laporte. It's now with Alba. Alba crossing to Asensio, but I think Asensio got clouted in the back by one of the Costa Rica midfielders. I couldn't see who it might have been, but nothing goes against that. In fact, a throw-in has been given to Spain, and Suarez's face looks very pensive indeed. Busquets now for Spain towards Gonzalez. Gonzalez was looking for Dani Olmo, but Olmo was too far behind the ball. It's a throw-in to Costa Rica, and it will be Carlos Martinez to take the take the throw. And Spain just about took the ball back, but they conceded again to Costa Rica, and the ball is now with Jewison Benete. Benete, could he be? And Benete, could he have set up a chance? I think he might well have done, but he was fouled by, I think that might have been Gavi, but the referee's not taking an interest in that, as Costa Rica still have control of the ball. It's now with Celso Borges. Borges to Campbell. Now he's passed it to Fuller, and Fuller has passed it back down to Borges. Borges now to Martinez and to Jada. To Jada to Francisco Calvo. Calvo has now found, I think, Brian Oviedo. And Oviedo has managed to pass back to Jewison Benete. Benete going for a cross into the goal area, and he's managed to find, I think that was Oviedo, but Oviedo had to pass back. Costa Rica are not giving up though. Headed away by Laporte, and Fuller has now managed to pick the ball back up for Spain, but he only had to pass to Joel Campbell. Campbell now crossing to Jewison Benete. Benete headed by what looked to be Rodri, and Spain have taken control once again. This is Gavi for Spain, but great use of the ball, but great use of their defensive lines by Spain to keep the ball away. I thought Costa Rica were going to gas it momentarily, but credit to Spain for holding out their line well. We're coming up to 38.5 minutes now. It's Spain 3, Costa Rica 0. As it's now, and the ball is now with Fernandez, or should that be Laporte? Laporte to Asensio. Now it's with Sergio Busquets to Rodri, and back to Azpilicueta. Now it's back again with Busquets to Laporte passing up the wing to Rodri. Now it's with Busquets to Gonzalez passing now to Jordi Alba. And Alba needs to find, and Alba only passes back down to Gonzalez. Now the ball is with Rodri, and picked up by Azpilicueta. Good tactical play by Spain to try and force Costa Rica into giving them another goal. The ball is now with Busquets. Now it's back with Rodri. Now the ball has been passed around to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez now to Jordi Alba. Alba back towards Busquets, and Gonzalez now. Rodri trying to cross to Ferran Torres, or is it Asensio? And Torres had a sniff of goal, but that was defended really well by Costa Rica. Back towards Sergio Busquets. Busquets passing the ball around to, I think that was Gavi. Now it's with Rodri. Now the ball is with Almo, but again, Costa Rica's defenders are holding out really well. Campbell to Fuller. It was actually crossed down towards Fuller, and Keisha Fuller. Keisha Fuller. He's looking for someone to try and cross it to. Is he going to cross it to Benete or somebody? But he only has to pass back down to what looks to be Calvo. No, it isn't. It's actually Borges to Carlos Martinez, and Martinez passes back down back down the field to Duarte, and Costa Rica still have control of the ball. It's now Benete to Oviedo. Benete tries to cross, but the flag goes up. It's offside. Costa Rica are having it really rough out there. So far. Free kick to Spain, which was easily dealt with. The ball is now with Alba, and Alba passes up the wing to I think what looks to be Laporte. Yes, indeed, it is Laporte. Laporte now for Spain. Laporte passes the ball around to Gavi. Now it's gone back to Laporte. Laporte to Jordi Alba. And he only passes back down to Simon. And Simon now passing the ball around. It's now with Busquets. And Busquets passes to Azpilicueta, who almost loses it. But he did well to hold on. Now the ball is with Ferran Torres. Torres has to pass back down to Asensio. He does that. And Asensio passes the ball around to Gavi, but Gavi now has taken the ball back. It's now back with Asensio. Asensio crossing down the wing to Jordi Alba with 3 minutes to go until half time. Almo tries to get to the ball for Spain, but Keisha Fuller was able to clear it out, and the ball has gone back down to Asensio, but Costa Rica. But Costa Rica still able to defend that one. Whatever they've got at the moment, they are lacking in terms of possession, but they have been able to defend throughout the past 10 or 15 so minutes. The ball is now back with Gonzalez, who passes back down the wing to Jordi Alba. Now it's with Dani Olmo to Gonzalez. Now the ball is with Rodri, and Rodri manages to pass to Azpilicueta. Now back down to Rodri, and Rodri has to hold off Contreras, but Contreras, and he did well to do so. Now the ball is with Gonzalez, and Gonzalez passes back to Laporte to Rodri, and Gavi tries to go after the ball, but he was too far back, and he was actually tackled by somebody from Costa Rica, and who did really well not to concede him, and a foul by Brian Oviedo on Ferran Torres by the looks of it, but nothing given by the referee. Olmo to Alba. Now the ball is with Rodri. Rodri once again. Rodri has the ball for Spain. Now it's back with Gonzalez. Now he's passed to Dani Olmo. Back towards Gonzalez. Now it's with Alba. Alba to Busquets. Now Busquets has managed to pass to Gavi. Back towards Busquets. Busquets to Gonzalez. Now once again it's with Asensio. Asensio passing the ball back to Alba. And we're now into the and offside. Offside has been ruled against Jordi Alba. He was actually ahead of one of the last defenders, but the thing is, no need for a VAR check, and we can carry on playing with the minimal of fuss. The ball is now with Alba, passing now to Laporte. We enter the 45th minute. It'll remain to be seen. We'll find out very shortly how many minutes will be added on, if any. And the ball has been picked up by Keylor Navas, and 5 minutes have been added on. That's kind of unnecessary in my view, given what we've had so far throughout this tournament. But because there's been no delays in play, 5 minutes has surely got to be a pretty sensible choice. And the ball was deflected away by Spain, or was it Costa Rica? No, it was Costa Rica. So it'll be a Spain free kick, which they take right away. And the ball is now with Rodri, and Rodri passes to Busquets, but it's gone out. But the ball is out of play, and it's going to be another throw in. And the referee trying to sort something out. I couldn't see what, and Unai Simon appears to have come out of his goal. Don't exactly know why, but it's a Costa Rica throw in all the same. And the ball was almost tackled by Benete, but Spain were able to pass it back down to Simon in goal. Very sensibly played, and we're almost 2 minutes into the extended 5, as it's still Spain 3, Costa Rica 0. Alba to Gonzalez. Now back with Busquets, and it's now with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte to Rodri. Rodri passing to Gavi. Now back towards Rodri. Rodri now passing to I think that's Laporte. Laporte to Busquets. Now back towards Rodri. Rodri has found Gavi, and Gavi was looking for Asensio, but well defended by Costa Rica. Costa Rica appear to have stepped up their defences. They should have done so earlier, in my view, given that they were caught napping by Spain for the majority of the first half. But whether they'll be able to carry their momentum further forward into the second half will likely remain to be seen. I think I think Luis Fernandez Suarez is going to have a pretty long talk with the team at half time. And the ball still remains with Spain. Busquets to Laporte. Now it's with Alba. Alba passes back to Fernandez. Gonzalez. Gonzalez passing back down to Laporte with almost a minute and a half to go. Alba to Gonzalez. Now it's with Asensio, but he concedes to Costa Rica, and play has been called to a halt for something I did not see. But it has been resumed, funnily enough, as Alba now has the ball and he's passed down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to that looks like Laporte. Yes, indeed, it is Laporte. Laporte to Gonzalez, who crosses to Rodri. Back pass by Busquets to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez finds Asensio. Can he make it forward? The answer is no. Cut out really well by Oscar Duarte. That goal had Duarte not been in the way, that could have been Asensio's fourth. That could well have been the fourth for Spain and the second for Asensio. Goal kick given to Costa Rica with 20 seconds to go. And the ball is now, but he concedes the ball to Spain, and Azpilicueta can only head it back to Simon in goal. Now the ball is with what looks to be Laporte. We're now into the 50th minute, and that is it. There it goes, the whistle for half time. Many would have thought that Spain would crumble under the pressure of an experienced Costa Rica lineup, but they proved the skeptics wrong. And the halftime score at the Al Tumama Stadium in Doha: Spain 3, Costa Rica 0. And we're going to take a break, but join us for the start of the second half, just when we're about to kick off again. Don't go away. Welcome back to our commentary. Welcome back to the commentary hub's coverage of Spain against Costa Rica. We're just about ready to start the second half. It'll be Costa Rica to kick us off. Spain have taken this game well and truly by storm. Can they add to it further? Away we go then for the start of the second half between Spain and Costa Rica. And a cross by, I think that was Calvo, but Spain were quick to respond. Spain, remember, are playing in red, Costa Rica all in white, and Laporte was able to pass back to the keeper Simon. Now it's back with Laporte. Laporte passing the ball around to Rodri. Now it's been picked up by Olmo. Olmo had a bit of a messy tackle with Acacia Fuller. Now the ball has been picked up by Spain for a throw. It'll be Rodri to throw, which he does to what looks to be Gonzalez. Now the ball is back with Laporte. Azpilicueta now for Spain. Azpilicueta passing around to Gavi, but he's tripped up. Calvo. Yet play still goes on. No halftime substitutions between either sides as of yet. Actually, there have been no half-time substitutions, but expect quite a few experienced Spanish players to come on throughout the second half. None more so than Alvaro, Morata. And also look out for the possibility of young Alejandro Balde, who replaces Jose Gaya out with injury. Laporte now back with the ball for Spain. Laporte now passing the ball up front to I think that was Alba. Now it's back with Rodri to Dani Olmo. Olmo back towards Rodri. Rodri crosses down wing to I think that was Rodri. Now it's back. Now it's with Cesar Azpilicueta once again. Busquets. Now back towards Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta passes back to Simon in goal. Simon passes the ball out to Laporte. Now it's with Cesar Azpilicueta once more. Azpilicueta, he's running up the pitch now. Can he look for Gavi? He does a back pass to Asensio, and it doesn't come off for Spain. He sends it over the crossbar. He should have been closer, in my view, or at least Azpilicueta could have passed to Gavi. He didn't do that, and that has cost Spain the chance to go 4-0 up. Keylor Navas will take the goal kick for Costa Rica. 3 minutes into the second half, it still remains Spain 3, Costa Rica 0. And the ball has now been picked up by what looks to be Campbell, but tackled, but he passed it around to Calvo. Now back towards Campbell. Campbell with the ball for Spain. Campbell with the ball for Costa Rica. They need to reduce the deficit and fast. It's now gone back. It's now with Benete for Costa Rica, but tackled back by Spain. Busquets with the ball passes to Asensio. Asensio's running up the pitch. He passes to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez now passes to Dani Olmo, but Olmo just can't find a gap, and as a result has to concede the ball to Navas. It was Fuller who passed to Navas. I think that was from another shot, but anyway, Navas clears the ball away from goal, and it gives it, but he concedes it back to Alba of Spain. He passes to Busquets. Now it's with Laporte, and now it's with Cesar Azpilicueta. And I'm pleased to say that there still has been no VAR incidents have been brought up so far, which is good news for this game. And I can only hope that it continues to stay that way. Alba back passing now to Gonzalez. Now it's with Asensio. Asensio to Torres. Now back towards Gonzalez. Now the ball is with Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to I think that was Rodri, but I think the ball was tackled by Oviedo for Costa Rica. Conceded a throw in this time to Spain. Azpilicueta, what can he do? He throws to Ferran Torres, and Torres passes to Laporte. Costa Rica have had no attempts on goal so far. Spain 8, and 3 of which were on targets. These, of course, being the 3 goals. And Alba now to Almo. Now back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez passes back down to Rodri in the centre half. Now he's found. Now he crosses. Now he passed down wing to Azpilicueta. Back towards Rodri, and now the ball is with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte passing the ball around to Asensio. Asensio now to Gavi. Now the ball is with Ferran Torres, and that was almost a 4th for Spain. I think it almost came off Ferran Torres, or was it Aymeric Laporte? I think it might have been Laporte, judging by the number I saw in the shirt. But it's been given a throw. But a throw has been given to Spain. It'll be Azpilicueta to take the throw. Azpilicueta stands firm. He throws the ball to Ferran Torres, but he only concedes to Costa Rica, and Gonzalez almost tackles the ball from Brian Oviedo. I can see a few Costa Rica players looking likely to warm themselves up when they come on as substitutes. A corner has been given to Spain, and it'll be Asensio to take the corner towards Olmo. Olmo to Gonzalez. Now back towards Olmo. Now it's with Asensio. Asensio passes to Olmo, who just about keeps it in, but that attempt on goal was kept out really well by Costa Rica. Fuller was passing to Campbell, but tackled by Azpilicueta. Came out of nowhere, he did. And he passes to Gonzalez and Ferran Torres, but it's gone back to Marcos Asensio. Now it's with Alba and passing to Rodri. Rodri to Sergio Busquets. And Busquets now passes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Alba. And Alba trying to find Olmo, but kept out. And in fact, Gonzalez had to go back. Now it's with Busquets back towards Gonzalez. Now it's with Gavi back to Busquets. Busquets now to I think that was Laporte. Laporte now with the ball for Spain. He passes to Pedri Gonzalez. Gonzalez now to Olmo. Now it's back. Now it's with Gonzalez. Now Gavi. Gavi under pressure and pushed down unnecessarily by Calvo. The referee says play on. It's Ferran Torres passing to Gavi. And Gavi towards Torres again. Is this going to be 4? He must score from here. And he does! Ferran Torres has made it 4 for Spain. What a finish. He proved me correctly when I said he couldn't miss. And the Spain fans are really excited and really happy about this now, as one would admit. 4 Ferran Torres. Yes, again one of those World Cup debutants. He just benefited from a Asensio pass. He lost the ball momentarily, but he took it back. Without reservation and just finished it off right there. And then Luis Enrique, he is very happy. And Ferran Torres joined Barcelona from Manchester City last year, and it just goes to show that he has, and just goes to show that youth. And just goes to show that youth has very much triumphed over experience in this game. Throw-in to be taken once again by Spain, and it looks like we've got a substitution coming on for Spain. It is indeed Alvaro Morata. I guessed correctly, the former Chelsea man. Simon passing down to Rodri. Rodri now to Cesar Azpilicueta to Busquets, and Busquets tackled by Celso Borges. Borges now with the ball for Costa Rica, but he loses it to Spain. Alba to Olmo. Olmo just about gets inside the 18-yard box, and a cross down to I think that was a cross by Asensio to Torres, but Torres just couldn't get to the ball. And after 56 minutes, it's now Spain 4, Costa Rica 0. And just a couple of minutes after he scores, Ferran Torres is benched in place of Alvaro Morata. Some might say this is unfair. No, in fact, he isn't. He's coming off in place of. No, in fact, he isn't. Yes, he is coming off for Alvaro Morata. I do apologise. And coming on in place of Pedri Gonzalez is Carlos Sola, number 19, and a corner has been given to Spain to be taken by Asensio, punched away by Navas, and it's now back with Dani Alba to Rodri, and almost caught by the head of Dani Olmo, I should say. And it was just headed away in time by Juson Benete. Another corner to Spain, their 5th of the tournament, and in fact, a Costa Rica player has come on. It's Kendall Watson. Don't know who he's come on for though, but we'll check as and when we can. It's Olmo to Asensio now passing to Sola to back towards Asensio, but it's out for a throw in it, and it will be to Costa Rica. I think Asensio got touched the ball, got a minor touch with the ball, and the bungle tackle by Azpilicueta, it seems, on Brian Oviedo, and Luis Fernando Suarez understandably upset, and I think that was Alvaro Zamora looking like he was going to come on to play, and the ball is now with Laporte passing to, I think that's Rodri. Now it's gone back to Laporte now with the ball for Spain. He passes back to Simon in goal, and Simon now passes the ball out back to Carlos Sola. Now the ball is with Laporte back to Sola. Now it's with Simon, and Simon does well to clear it out of goal, but headed away by Kendall Watson, or was it Watson? No, it wasn't. It was Keisha Fuller for Costa Rica, but a throw-in has been awarded to Spain to be taken by Alba. Now it's back with Olmo to Laporte. Now back to Busquets. Cross down wing by Busquets to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to Asensio, but Asensio has managed to find Alvaro Morata, and Morata now inside the 18-yard box tried to cross, but was tackled very well by Kendall Watson, and the ball has now gone back towards Alba, and but he managed to pass to Rodri. Rodri now to Gavi, to Azpilicueta. Now back to Rodri. Rodri now has found Carlos Sola, and after 60 minutes, it's Spain 4, Costa Rica 0, and you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. So Azpilicueta passes the ball back to Unai Simon, and now the ball is found, and now the ball is with Laporte to Busquets, and he manages to pass to Gavi, but Gavi was under massive pressure from Francisco Calvo, and that was an unnecessary shove in the back that looked rude in my opinion, as Anthony Contreras and Benete come off, and their places will be taken by Alvaro Zamora, number 26, and Brian Ruiz, number 10. Brian Ruiz was another of those players who featured in Costa Rica's 2014 campaign, but if Costa Rica don't watch out over the next 2 games, there'll be no repeat of such heroics. And Spain sent a ball just over the crossbar. I think that was by Dani Olmo. Ball cleared out of goal by Navas. Now the ball is back with Spain. It's Gavi, but he loses it to Costa Rica. Now the ball is with Brian Ruiz. Ruiz passing now to Oscar Duarte, and Duarte trying to cross to Zamora, but he misses that one. And it looks like Spain are going to make another couple of substitutions. And as I mentioned, Alejandro Balde called up at the last minute to replace Jose Gaya, but back to the here and now. Spain have the ball with Morata, and Morata crossing down wing to Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta passes back down the field to Rodri. Now it's with Busquets. Busquets now to what looks to be Laporte. Laporte now with the ball for Spain. He's passed to Carlos Soler. Now it's gone back to Rodri. Azpilicueta to Alvaro Morata. Can he make it 5? No. He did it. He did the right thing, but I think he was in the wrong place. Had he been a few inches more to his left, that could well have been 5 for Spain. And off the pitch come Alba and Busquets to make way for Alejandro Balde and Koke. Busquets thus removes the captain's armband. He gives Alba, that was Alba giving both the substitutes a hug, and he even receives one from the gaffer. That's nice to see. And on comes Alejandro Balde, thrown into the deep end at just 18 years of age. Let's just see if he can put in an incredible performance of somebody more experienced than he is. Costa Rica now have the ball, and it's being crossed, and it was being crossed to Oviedo, but Spain did really well to keep this. But Spain did really well to keep it at bay, and the ball now is with Carlos Soler. Soler now passing to Balde, and Balde does really well to pass to Aymeric Laporte, and Laporte passing back to Simon in goal, and Simon does well to cross the ball to Asensio, but headed away by Costa Rica. Now the ball is with Rodri. It's back to Azpilicueta. It's with Azpilicueta again, although Oviedo is looking menacing. He wants that ball, but Azpilicueta wanted to make sure that he didn't get a whiff of it. And a throw-in has been given to Spain. Azpilicueta to take the throw. He does. He throws to Gavi, and headed up by what looks to be Calvo. Yes, indeed, it is Calvo. And now headed by Azpilicueta back towards Simon in goal. Slightly shaky, but good teamwork by Spain. And the ball is now with Alejandro Balde. Alejandro Balde passing to what looked to be Olmo, I should say. And but Costa Rica were able to keep this one out. And the referee has called a halt to proceedings for something I didn't see. And Balde, actually, and the ball was actually over the line, which is why the game has to be restarted. And the ball has been kicked back towards Keylor Navas in goal. He throws to Calvo. Now he passes to Oviedo. Oviedo was aiming for Ruiz, but Spain were able to hold their lines. And the ball is now with Koke. Koke crossing up to Balde. And Balde passes back to Koke. And now it's with Gavi. Back towards Koke. and Rodri, or should that be Laporte? Laporte concedes the ball to Costa Rica, and the ball is now with Brian is with Ruiz, and Ruiz passing to Watson this time, and Watson now to Fuller, and the ball has now gone back to Ruiz. Ruiz crossing down the field, wing I should say, to I think that was Oviedo, but play has been stopped, and between the midfield and defensive lines, Dani Olmo has had the most receptions with Asensio on 19 and Alba on 16. Spain well and truly dominating their reception between midfield defensive lines as they have been this whole game. It's Laporte now with the ball for Spain, and Laporte crossing to Olmo. Olmo holding off the advances of Watson, and the ball has now been passed down towards Gavi. Gavi colliding with Calvo, but Spain are still able to hold their lines. And in fact, Calvo gets into an incident, and it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card for Francisco Calvo. Understandably so. I think he's got into a few one too many scrapes throughout this game so far. So a yellow card is well deserved in my view. We'll check to see who he's collided with. He can protest all he likes, but the referee is unbending, and it was with Carlos Soler. Carlos Soler just, Carlos Soler was in the wrong place in the wrong time. But because of how Calvo used his mouth, I'd say a yellow card was deserved, and it's Nico Williams looking like he's going to make a substitution. He'll be coming and coming off in place of him will be Marco Asensio, and Marco Asensio scored that. Marco Asensio scored that goal brilliantly in the first half, and onto the pitch comes Nico Williams, not to be confused with Nico Williams of Wales. Nico and onto the pitch he comes, and now it's with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte to Balde. Now the ball is with Dani Olmo. Olmo now with the ball. He passes back to Balde. Balde now towards Koke. Koke to, I think that's Laporte. Now it's with Cesar Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta was aiming for Koke and Morata, but Koke's header just didn't have enough power to reach the net. And the way things are going right now, Spain will top the group. And just to correct myself from earlier on, it's Group E, not Group F, that they are contesting. You can hear the second Group F match a little later on, which is Canada against Belgium, and you can hear Russ Vernon and Paul Kelly will be behind the mic for that one. As Laporte now tries to pass to Morata, but cut out by Costa Rica, and in fact Zamora now has the ball for Costa Rica. Got into a bit of a scuffle with a couple of Spain players, but he was able to hold on to the ball, and the ball is now with Oviedo, although Williams was right behind him. It's Joel Campbell now for Costa Rica, but he loses the ball to Rodri. And Rodri has to defend from Campbell. He does just that. And the ball still stays with Spain. It's Azpilicueta towards Gavi. And Gavi passes up the wing to, I think that was Koke. And now the ball is with Laporte. Laporte towards Balde. Balde has done really well so far on his despite being called up at the last minute, as Simon clears the ball away, and it's and the ball is now with what looks to be Aymeric Laporte. Laporte now passing up the field to what looks to be Morata, but easily cut out by Costa Rica. And it's Oviedo now with the ball, or was it Zamora? I think it was Zamora who had the last touch of the ball. And I do apologize. It's actually Paul James, not Paul Caddy. Sorry, Paul. And I hope you can forgive me. And coming off the pitch is Kelso Borges and Brandon Aguilera will come on to the pitch. So Kelso Borges had a few touches of the ball himself, but he just couldn't converse anything, nor could he provide any decent assists. Azpilicueta passing back to Gavi. Now it's back with Azpilicueta to Laporte. Now Azpilicueta once again. Azpilicueta to Gavi. Now it's back with Busquets and Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to Koke, I should say. Yes, indeed, it is Koke. And I think Koke is now wearing the captain's armband. Laporte to Rodri. Now Azpilicueta. And Azpilicueta finds Gavi, which he does. And Gavi is running towards the pitch. He's trying to look for Soler, but Soler just missed the ball. And the ball is now with Fuller. And Fuller's really been in the thick of things for Costa Rica. It's just unlucky that he's been able to convert his pace into anything goal worthy. It's Dani Olmo now for Spain. Olmo needs to pass to Morata, but in fact he almost passed to Nico Williams, and but I should say Navas was able to halt that one just in time. The ball is now with Ruiz. Ruiz now crossing the ball up front to Joel Campbell. Joel Campbell back towards I think that was Aguilera, but offside. He's been flagged offside. So whatever goals he would have put up forward wouldn't have counted, and I think he knows it as well. Luis Fernando Suarez is perhaps just wanting this match to end and soon, as do quite a lot of the Costa Rica fans, I am sure. But there are some nearly 15 or so minutes left, and it's Balde now with the ball for Spain. He's passing to Alvaro Morata. Morata just can't find a way to make it 5. In fact, that was blocked by Navas, and he crosses to I think that was Gavi, and Spain make it 5. Gavi, what an amazing finish by Gavi. Those young players have really made a name for themselves in this game and at the World Cup. To score goals on their debut is just incredible, and Gavi just adds to the score. That was great ball playing by Balde. I thought Morata was going to score, but he did the next best thing and crossed to Gavi, who just finished it off right there and then. And yet again another debut, and yet again another World Cup debutant adds to the scoring. The young man, the 18-year-old from Barcelona, could be another of the young Spanish hopefuls to look out for. Costa Rica are staring defeat right in the face. Simon to Koke. Now the ball was with Rodri, but he passed back to Simon. It's Koke once more. Now it's with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte to Soler, and Soler to Alejandro Balde. Now back towards Soler. Soler passes to a Koke, who passed to Gavi. Now it's back to Soler, and Soler crossing down the wing to Azpilicueta, and back towards Koke. And if you're asking me who my player of the match should be, it's going to be a tricky one to call. And it's now with Carlos Soler. Soler passing around to Koke. Now it's back towards Balde. Balde passing now back down the field to Laporte. Now it's with I should say Rodri. Rodri now to Koke. Now it's with now the ball is with Laporte. Now Koke again. Back to Balde. Now it's with Koke, but almost a slip up. Now it's with Koke again. Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta passes to Nico Williams, and he passes back to Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta now passes back down the field to Rodri. Now the ball is with Gavi. But easily picked up by Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta passes up the wing to Aymeric Laporte. Now the ball is with Rodri. Rodri passes back to Laporte, and now the ball is with Alvaro Morata, who was tackled momentarily, but Spain were able to keep hold of it, and I think the referee has signalled for a foul, which was on Morata. Difficult to see what the situation was, and in fact, a free kick has been given to Costa Rica. Costa Rica need to make this free kick count if they are to ever stand a chance of at least finding a consolation goal, and a rather messy free kick at that. And Laporte is furious. He's having a go at Watson, who was alleged to have fouled him, and in fact, some of his teammates are getting involved as well. The referee trying to put a stop to all this. Good thing he stopped it when he did, and he's now having a quick word with Cesar Azpilicueta. Well done to Mohamed Abdullah Hassan Mohamed to bring things under control, and Laporte now having a quick word with Koke, and I for one think that Kendall Watson is the guilty party, and the referee now giving him a few stern words. I'm surprised he hasn't been given a yellow card, and that is definitely yellow card worthy. What was Watson thinking? Anyway, the ball is now back with Simon. Now the ball is being passed around to Carlos Soler. Soler now to Rodri. Now the ball is with Gavi. Gavi to Nico Williams, and Williams needs to cross it in quickly. He crosses it almost into the 18-yard box, almost picked up by Morata, but defended by Costa Rica. Laporte trying to get the ball away from Campbell. I'm surprised Campbell hasn't shown us some of the goal scoring prowess he's normally well known for at Costa Rica, and indeed at Leon. Simon passing it to Azpilicueta, but then again, to go back to Campbell, like the rest of the team, Spain have just proved too strong for him. We're now into the last 10 minutes of this game. It's still Spain 5, Costa Rica 0. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. And we're also on the Commentary Hub too, JB Sports, Storm FM, and our Twitch channel. As Spain look for a sixth. It's Carlos Soler. Soler passing to Gavi. Now back to Soler. It's now with Rodri. Rodri does an amazing pass to, I think that was Balde. Now it's with Alvaro Morata, but blocked by Keylor Navas. But it would have been offside. But it would have been offside anyway. And Morata, he just got his arm in front of the Costa Rica defender, and I think what looks to be the last substitution for Costa Rica has been made as Oviedo steps off and on comes Ronald Matarrita. Oviedo receiving the high fives from the fellow players on the bench. And Cesar Azpilicueta has now picked up the ball, which was from Matarrita. And a free kick has been given to Costa Rica, and it'll be Matarrita to take the free kick, and he passes to I think that was a Calvo. Yes, indeed, it was Calvo. And so the Spanish supporters can sense that victory is very much theirs, and so can Luis Enrique. And almost headed by, I think that was Rodri. Now the ball has been picked up by Alejandro Balde. Balde tried to hold on to the ball but couldn't. And it's a throw into Spain. And we're now some 7.5 minutes away from full time, with the possible inclusion of further injury time. And the ball is now with Gavi for Spain, and it's now back with Azpilicueta. Now towards Nico Williams. Williams to Azpilicueta. Now it's with Rodri. Rodri now to I think that was Laporte. Laporte to Balde. Now it's with Morata. Back towards Koke. And Koke crossing down wing to Alva. Crossing down the wing to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta passing it to Laporte. To Koke. Koke now to Laporte, and Laporte has found. I think that was Morata. Now he's being crossed to Nico Williams, and Williams just misses the ball there. So it'll be picked up by Keylor Navas and Gavi is the youngest World Cup scorer for Spain at 18 years of age. What an incredible finish! What an incredible finish by the Barcelona youngster. And the reaction, and his reaction, and those on the faces of and that's on the face of Luis Enrique is one of utter joy. But Spain can't rest on their laurels as Koke now passes to Williams, but tackled by Ruiz. Now the ball is still with Costa Rica. Back towards Ruiz. Ruiz to Calvo. Now the ball's passed to Aguilera. Or should that be Aguilera? But it's a throw into Costa Rica to be taken by Campbell. The ball thrown out to Matarrita. Matarrita passing to what looked to be Aguilera. Now it's back to Matarrita. Calvo passing to Navas in goal. Has to clear it out before Morata could get to it. Does so. And it's a throw in to Spain. Laporte throws to Rodri. Now it's with Gavi once again, and Gavi's been brought down. Gavi has been fouled by I think that was Aguilera. Indeed it was Aguilera. Just a push in the back was all. But no yellow card given, and it's now with Koke. Koke passing to Rodri. Now the ball is with Aymeric Laporte. Laporte to Koke, and it is still difficult for me to decide who my player of the match is. It's definitely going to be somebody from Spain, but who will it be is the question. It's Koke to Alejandro Balde. Balde now to Dani Olmo. Now Carlos Soler. Soler passing down to Balde. Now it's with Dani Olmo. Is he going to go for his second? The answer is no, but headed up in the air by Brandon Aguilera, and I think a Costa Rica player has gone down. It's Joel Campbell, but nobody seemed to spot that so soon. And the Costa Rica fans know that they could, well be in for a long tough group. They've got the likes of Japan and Germany to face within the next week, and they've really got to watch their backs now as Spain try to tackle the ball off them. But to little avail that time. I think Watson might have actually got the last touch of the ball, so I'll have to correct myself. It is a Spain throw-in with some 3 minutes to go. It's still Spain 5, Costa Rica 0. It's Azpilicueta to take the throw, and he throws to Gavi. Gavi now towards Rodri, and now it's with Laporte towards Soler. Soler to Alejandro Balde. Now it's back towards Soler. Soler now to I think that's Laporte, now back towards Balde. Now the ball is once again with Koke. Koke to Gavi. And Gavi now passing the ball around to Dani Olmo. Almost picked up by Alvaro Morata. Saved by Keylor Navas, and Morata's attempt on goal wasn't to be, and it will be a goal kick to Costa Rica, and Navas clears the ball away for Costa Rica, but something has happened, which is why play has to be stopped, and it's a throw in to Spain. And we're now into the last 2 or so minutes before the 90th, and the ball is still with Joel Campbell. Joel Campbell now towards Aguilera, but Nico Williams was able to pick the ball up for Spain. He almost passed it to Morata, but Costa Rica were able to see to that, and Navas sends the ball again out of the goal towards Alejandro Balde. Balde to Rodri. Now the ball is with I think it's Carlos Soler. Carlos Soler now with the ball, and now straight towards Gavi. Gavi to Nico Williams. Nico Williams now with the ball. He's crossed it into the 18-yard box, and it's 6 for Spain. It's Carlos Soler. Soler makes it the 6th for Spain. What a finish by Soler. It just goes to show that possibly the next generation of Spanish players have well and truly arrived, much like Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham did for England. Carlos Soler just benefits from a decent setup and just fires it and just pokes it in without even asking. Spain are well on the way to winning, and 8 minutes of injury time have been added on. And I'm going to have to decide who my player of the match is quickly. As Gavi now has the last touch of the ball, but it's been conceded to Costa Rica for a free kick. It's Calvo with the ball for a free kick, and it's now with I think that was Matarrita now towards Zamora. Whatever energy Costa Rica have left, they need to use it. But I have a feeling that they are going to lose this match, whatever happens. And it's with Alejandro Balde to a Carlos Soler. Now it's with Koke to Koke back to Balde. Balde now finds Gavi, and the ball has been passed back down to Nico Williams and Cesar Azpilicueta. Now it's with Rodri to Koke. And a Koke and a slight foul on Soler, but no harm done. The ball is now back with Koke for Spain, and Koke crosses to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta, I should say. Sorry, finds Nico Williams. Now it's back with Gavi. And Gavi now passes the ball up to Nico Williams. Nico Williams finds Alvaro Morata. Morata to Olmo, and now with Morata, it's 7 for Spain. Spain make it 7. They're in 7th heaven, as one would say. Fantastic finish by Danny Olmo. He has well and truly proved himself. We'll actually check who the goal scorer is in a minute. And that was a superb delivery by Nico Williams towards Alvaro Morata. And in fact, it was Morata who finished it off. But because of the setup that he did, because of what happened, and I think now I'm gonna have to decide who my player of the match is. As sponsored by Commentary Services, as the game is restarted, it's Calvo now for Costa Rica, and the ball has now been passed back down to I think that was Matarrita, but the ball's been picked up by Simon, and Simon now picks the ball up to Gavi, but because he's been in the thick of the action, and I think because he's been setting the game up, and because I think he's set up opportunities, I'm actually going to give the game to. I'm actually going to give the man of the match to Danny Olmo, despite lots of considerations. Despite lots of considerations on my part, so Danny Olmo is my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, who have given us such great support on the Commentary Hub. So Balde now to Danny Olmo. Now it's with now the ball is back with Olmo. Straight now to Rodri. We're now 4 minutes into the added 8 minutes. Ball cleared out by Costa Rica after a setup by I think that was Balde. 15 attempts on goal by Spain, 7 of which have resulted in goals. So again, great play by them. Azpilicueta to Koke. Koke now to Carlos Soler. Now back towards Balde. Balde has really been one of the standout players for me. He came really close to picking up my player of the match as well, as did Gavi. But Balde passes the ball back to Rodri. Now it's back with Balde to Koke. Now Koke to Gavi, and Gavi now entering the 18-yard box towards Carlos Soler, who misses. That was just about wide. And if I am to be believed, Spain have scored 7 for the first time as a match in the World Cup. I think they have well and truly gained their mojo back, and it's a throw in once again to Spain. Azpilicueta throws to Rodri with some 2 minutes left. until full time. It's Alejandro Balde for Spain. Spain just can't seem to stop scoring at the rate they're going. And in fact, Balde has been fouled. It's a foul by Balde and a yellow card for Joel Campbell. Joel Campbell given the yellow card. We'll see if it's justified or not. But quite clearly a yellow card. I think he should have been booked earlier on, and that would have resulted in a red card. But it'll be Soler to take the free kick for Spain. He lines himself up, and Costa Rica have formed a defensive wall, and it will be a free kick, and Soler gets ready to take the free kick for Spain. Referee gets ready to signal that he's ready. Referee gets ready to signal that he's ready. He gets Morata and Rodri into position, so the free kick can take place. Referee blows his whistle. Soler kicks the ball in towards goal, but headed away by Costa Rica. And with 30 seconds to go, surely that'll be it for Spain. They surely can't score any more goals in the 30 seconds that they have left. Or should that be around 15 or so seconds? It's Rodri now to Balde. Balde now to Koke. And it's Koke back down to Azpilicueta. We've now just entered the 98th minute. It's still Koke. And there it goes! It's full time at the Altamama Stadium. Spain just came out of the trap straight away, and they have well and truly run rings around Costa Rica, and that has put them at the top of Group E with courtesy of the amounts of goals they've scored, 5 ahead of Japan, and they didn't even concede any. Will Spain be able to carry on their form throughout the remainder of the group? We shall see. But for Costa Rica, they've really got to take a look. But for Costa Rica, they've really got to step up their game if they are to do well against Japan and Germany. Final score at the Altamama Stadium: Spain 7, Costa Rica 0. We're just about out of time. I've been Nicholas Jones. Join Russ, Vernon, and Paul James for Belgium against Canada. And until then, bye bye for now.